about what you're doing to train that next generation of teachers, please.
Okay. Well, we have a couple of ways that we've been doing this. The one that I want to talk about first is something that we're right in the middle of doing this summer, and that is for probably about 10 years now, maybe more than that. I've been conducting summer trainings for teachers because during the summer they have more time available to devote to intensive training. And what we have found is that teachers, they do get opportunities to get some training in autism and effective teaching strategies, but those trainings are typically limited to didactic workshops. And we all know that those typically aren't adequate to actually change skills in the classroom. And so our summer trainings are hands-on trainings that last 5 days, and they half of the day they directly work with students or young children while receiving feedback from me and my staff, who are typically graduate students in my behavior analysis program. And the other half of the day is spent in the discussion and the role play part of the training. So we use behavioral skills training, which has a whole lot of research behind it, showing that it's very effective for teaching people to implement behavioral procedures. And we focus on teaching strategies that are based on applied behavior analysis. Very few teachers get this type of hands-on training while they're actually training to be teachers. And then of course once they're in the classroom, they don't get that much training. And so since we just have 5 days, we tend to focus on things like how to deliver good instructions, how to use and fade prompts successfully, how to identify reinforcers and use reinforcement effectively, how to identify the functions of problem behavior, and how to develop effective function-based interventions for problem behavior. And our content is based on talking with teachers and getting feedback from teachers on the things that they need the most hands-on training with. And so we do that, and the rest of the year, I have graduate students who provide consultation in school districts where teachers will refer specific students, either because they're engaging in problem behavior in the classroom or because they're just not making progress in the classroom. And although the consultation is very student specific, we try to leave that teacher with also some general training that she can apply to all of the students in her classroom.
And I got to imagine, I mean, this sounds so wonderful, Dr. Lerman. And I have to imagine that the teachers who come to participate in your program or during the year get to participate in your program must feel some sort of sense of relief at having this training, because I've talked to many teachers who say, I would love to know what to do. Nobody has given us this kind of training. What do the teachers say to you at the completion of the summer training program?
Well, we get very positive feedback, and every time we do a training, we have them complete a pretty detailed post-training survey where they describe how prepared they feel to do certain things, before the training and after the training. And then we ask for feedback on how we should modify the training. And so over the years, we've modified it based on feedback. And I feel like now the training we're giving right now is exactly what the teachers are saying that they need, and that it's going to be very helpful for them, particularly when working with their most challenging students.
And so how can teachers, if a teacher is interested in taking this training, how can they get more information and where can they sign up?
Well, up until this summer, individual districts would contact me about sending teachers. We train in groups of 8, so we train up to 8 teachers at one time, and paraprofessionals. So we always encourage districts to send paraprofessionals as well, because they actually are the ones that spend most of the time teaching the students in those special education classes. And but they're the ones that are least likely to get any training.
Yeah.
So we always encourage districts to do that. And so it really depended on if a teacher was interested, their district would have to be one of the ones that said they wanted to do it. This summer, we are providing training for 5 districts through a grant that was provided by the Houston Livestock and Rodeo Show. They give a lot of money to education every year, usually in the form of scholarships to students who are going to college, but they decided to fund our teacher training this summer.
That's amazing.
Hmm. Along with another foundation, I should mention too, the Bill and Helen Crowder Foundation. And so we were, Houston has 54 school districts. It's a huge area. And so we just invited 5 of the closest school districts to send teachers. And so we're doing 4 one-week trainings this summer. We did 2 last month and 2 this month. And so that's sort of a long-winded way to say, if there's a teacher in the Houston area that's very interested in this training, that they should contact their special education director to see if maybe they might be interested to set this up in the future.